Well, I'm back. What can I say? How's everybody doing today? So, I figured I'm going to bring back News of the Week because we haven't had one of those in quite a while. Actually, I looked it up. It was like more than a month or two almost ago, which is crazy. I think I did it just as I launched the channel. So, to all of our subscribers, thank you so much for following. We're at almost 3,000, which is incredible. Beyond my wildest expectations. Thank you, everyone, one and all. To everyone tuning in for the first time, hey, welcome to Sonic Flair. My name is Danny Kay. I'm your lovely host. And this is a show that will talk about music, records, CDs, digital. We'll talk about HiFi, obviously. We'll talk about all the things, how they connect. And hopefully you'll tune in and check out and see what I have to say. So back to News of the Week. It's an interesting time in as much that normally, and by that, of course, I mean, well, what else would I mean other than COVID? So it's an interesting time because normally I would get all kinds of invites for, dealer events, outside of the show realm, of course, where, typically the 3-4 big shows of the year in the U.S. that would be used to launch new products, they would shift mid-year, midstream to dealer events, right? I mean, they're pretty popular, and I've been to many of them, and been to many product launches, and there just aren't any, right? Obviously, because there are no dealer events, right? I mean, I think they're slowly starting to pop up. But it's definitely a sign of, the times we live in. So news is kind of, it's more like press release related stuff, really. And to be honest with you, press releases to me are like so impersonal to launch a new product. It's like, okay, dude, really? This is your new shining knight in armor. And this is your new big widget, and this is your new iconic device, and you're going to launch it with a press release? I mean, I get it, but, whatever. Actually, I was at a live YouTube press event, junket, that I was invited to. Funny enough, I was actually attending it on our flight from Europe back because you had 1 gig of free internet in business class, which is unbelievable. And so I was actually on the YouTube video live, talking to people while flying across the world, which, go figure, it's, 2021, I guess. Anything's possible. I can't talk about that event yet. It was really cool. It was very interesting. It was from a company that all of you guys know, 100%. And so stay tuned for, probably early part of September when I'll be able to talk about it. But, very, very cool stuff. Anyway, news of the week. So I got to be honest and really it's not surprising, with the insane vinyl boom that we're seeing and that we have seen, even pre-COVID, but obviously COVID, I think, just accelerated everything dramatically. Vinyl sales are up, and it's just a never-ending gravy train, it seems, right? And so, gee whiz, what a surprise. Manufacturers are making more turntables. Woo! So, actually, let me take a look and see at my list, because without my list, I can't remember all this stuff. And of course, I'm blind as a bat without my eyes for reading. I have my glasses for reading. Where are you guys? I don't see you. Oh, there you are. Okay, great. So, first up, this was actually a surprise. I didn't see this one coming. And normally, you hear stuff kind of burbling in between the background, and, the little birdies start chirping away and start telling you stuff. But this one came as a surprise, which is, of course, the Naim Solstice. It's a complete turntable system. The Solstice system, I guess, consists of the RO next-gen arm, the Equinox moving coil, phono preamp, the Equinox MC cartridge, the Solstice phono preamp, and of course the matching power supply. And what's interesting, if you look back, way back in the day, when I first started getting into this hobby in the early 1700s, just kidding, in the mid 80s or so, I remember that one of the big upgrades you could do to your Lin LP12, which of course was the classic turntable to have at the time, and for some people it still is today, was to get the Naim RO tone arm upgrade, which was considerably, better, I guess, than what Lin had made. And so I remember the original RO arm. Of course, this is an updated version. I mean, we're talking 30 years later in technology terms, and it looks pretty cool. Here's what's kind of interesting. It's limited. It only comes with 2 cup holders. So, actually, no. It comes with no cup holder. What's limited is it only comes 500 units. So I guess if you didn't put in your order, I mean, I don't know how sales are, but I guess if you didn't put in your order, or if you're not going to put in your order anytime soon, be aware that they're only making 500, which seems kind of odd, to be honest with you. They didn't announce the price on it. If I had to be a betting man, I would wager it's going to be in the 30 to 50K range, probably closer to 50, maybe even more, just as, things in high-end audio have escalated to, home price levels. So, I would wager that they, again, I don't know why they don't make it a regular production run. So 500, if you want one, put an order in, it can be yours. Next up on the list, we have, this one's a cool one for everyone really, entry level, right? And kind of getting into this hobby, or not even entry level, I mean, just people getting into this hobby. And of course, it's the ever affable, the funniest guy that I know, one of the funniest guys that I know in high-end audio is Heinz Lichtenegger, who of course owns and runs Pro-Ject, right, from Austria, from Vienna. Met him, 20 years ago at CES or at the Munich show or something. And, we kind of hit it off. Super laughable guy, super fun guy, and just a great character in this industry, right? I mean, I encourage you to watch some of his videos. He's just hilarious to watch and listen to, and in person, it's obviously, that much more. He's just a cool guy. Anyway, so Heinz announced the new Pro-Ject Pro, if I'm not mistaken, the Debut Pro, for $899, right? And it looks really, really cool. Obviously, it's got that carbon clad aluminum arm. It comes with, of course, the speed control, beautiful packaging, all black finish, height adjustable feet, and, price point $899. I mean, I have no idea what it's going to sound like. Generally, there's always some threshold when it comes to like high precision mechanical items, which, of course, at the end of the day, really is what a turntable is, right? I mean, it's almost like it's like a microscope, right? And so the higher the precision is, the more you're going to get out of it, the better it's going to read the grooves, et cetera, et cetera. So, it remains to be seen what this is going to sound like. I'm sure, they did a fine job with it. And, for $899, you get, phenomenal service, a company that's been around for, I think, 30 years. In fact, maybe this is their 30th year anniversary, and hence the announcement. Go figure. I should read the press releases more in depth. But it looks like a cool turntable. So, if that's your thing, check it out. Next up, oh yes, haha. Actually, 2 things that I saw on Instagram. Go figure. Again, sign of the times. We're not even launching press releases anymore. We're not even launching press junkets. We don't have YouTube announcements. We have Instagram announcements, right? And so the Instagram announcement that caught my eye was really 2. One, the Nagra HD turntable, which they didn't even post a full picture on. It's basically just a little snippet, a corner shot of the turntable. Looks very much in line with the latest Nagra HD electronics. It's got that design language that they, kind of morphed into with this HD series, beginning with the HD preamp, 4 or 5 years ago? I mean, it seems like it's been quite a while. And so this obviously carries that design language forward. It's, easily identifiable as a Nagra device. And, I'm sure it's going to be beautifully built. I'm sure it's going to be beautifully expensive. Don't know what price point they're looking at, but if I'd have to be a betting man again, probably $100,000. Easy. So, I don't know who's building it for them. I don't know who they contracted to get the R&D done for it. I'm sure it's, obviously from their perspective, going to be a fantastic turntable. Otherwise, it wouldn't bear the Nagra HD name, which of course designates their, reference component level series. So we'll see. The other one that caught my eye again yesterday, Kronos from Canada has a new deck out, and it's called the Discovery. I saw a glimpse of a picture, again, some little sort of corner shot from GTT Audio Video on their Instagram feed, and GTT Audio Video is their American distributor importer, and they've, I guess, set it up either at their office or in a customer's home already. And Bill Parrish, who's the gentleman that runs GTT Audio Video, posted a blurb saying that the first production run has sold out already, which is amazing. Again, if you look at the trajectory of Kronos turntables, if my memory serves me correct, they're at about $25K for the entry-level model. Then it bumps up to $50K. And then this thing, again, my guess, probably $100,000. So, if car, turntable, car, I don't know. Both. Hey, if you got the money, why not? So that's the Kronos turntable. What else do we have on my little list of things? Oh, yes, the big one for me. So I did a video which surprisingly didn't get that much traction. I mean, I guess, I guess it is what it is, but it was the video on Apple Music launching the lossless and spatial audio / Dolby Atmos tiered sound upgrades to their music platform. This was about a month ago. Well, they finally updated and made feature parity on their Android app, right? I don't know if many of you knew this or know this, but you can get Apple Music natively on Android. They did a really nice job with their app. I use it on my Samsung device, and feature parity with the iOS app. The big news for me, really, and again, this is where I think I differ quite a bit from most other of the folks on YouTube that talk about high-end audio, which is, to them, it's all about lossless, right? And I'm like, I just don't get it. On a portable device, lossless, it's a moot point, right? To me, the really big thing with this Apple Music update was spatial audio, by far and wide, right? Dolby Atmos on your ears, in your ears, outside of your ears, wearing headphones. That just sounds, when it's done right, when the mix is properly done, and it's not a gimmicky mix of, you hear cowbells behind you, and, you hear, someone opening the door, 25 feet to the right of you. When it's actually done professionally, i.e. with artistic intent, then the mix that you're going to hear is truly amazing. There's a couple of tracks on there. There's a couple of Billie Eilish tracks that are absolutely unbelievably good sounding when you wear headphones and listening to Apple Music and spatial audio. I think it's phenomenal. Yes, there are some gimmicky tracks on there, of course, just like, anything else, really. I've heard people compare it to, like, 3D for video. I don't know. I don't want to get into it right now, but not really. I think spatial audio has legs to grow way beyond 3D video ever did. I mean, they've been trying the 3D video thing for, the last 40, 50 years. Anyone remember Jaws coming out in 3D? Exactly. That was 1974, 75. So, I think spatial audio is a very different quality and quantity within the music realm. I think it's got legs to grow. I like it. The biggest thing for me in headphones has always been the in-your-head sound, right? I mean, it's like I feel like Billie Eilish is, singing to me inside my head, which I don't know, get out of my head, right? I got other things in my head. And so, the spatial audio component really elevates that experience. And, as you know, Apple is big on experience of creating this effect where, the music really comes to you, from around you as opposed to from inside your head. So anyway, spatial audio, I think that's the big ticket for Apple Music, not the lossless part. For portable devices, right? When you get into home audio, then the lossless component becomes obviously more prominent. And, we have Tidal lossless streaming. Obviously, there's Qobuz with high-res streaming, MQA, and all the rest of the stuff. So, home versus portable. On the portable side of things, having lossless audio, to me, completely irrelevant, right? You're not going to hear... you may hear it. Good for you. Who cares, right? So I think spatial audio is the big ticket here. And, we'll see what happens. If you're on Android, give it a try. I think they have like a 7 or 14-day free trial period. So pretty cool. I know that most Android users are on Spotify. I get it. But, give it a shot. And then finally, a cool company I discovered really has nothing to do with high-end audio or HiFi or records. Well, it's got something to do with records. And I came to it, again, quite by accident on Instagram. And it's a company out here in Pasadena, California. It's called Woodlly. And Woodlly has taken their cues from, sort of the craftsman European-style way of making furniture. And they're now creating, or rather, you can create your own custom-built furniture, shelving system, shelving units for your home, right? And so it caught my eye. Why? Because as you can see behind me, I've got all these IKEA shelves that I loathe. I really do. I mean, yes, they're great. They have a purpose. I mean, gosh, I can't think of any person that doesn't have a Kallax shelf for their records, right? As imperfect as it is for records, because they're entirely too wide. I mean, you get that 2.5-inch gap at the back or at the front. I think they're so cheaply built. I mean, just like everything really IKEA builds, right? It's built to a price point, and yes, it's inexpensive, but it's just horrible, right? The finish is just cheap, all laminate stuff. Anyway, I've been looking to get something that is, nice quality, high end. I mean, obviously not something that is custom built for me. That's uber expensive, but something that's a market improvement to the IKEA Kallax shelf. And I found it in Woodlly. So check them out. I'll leave the links below, of course, and take a look. It's pretty cool stuff. You can configure the shelves any which way you want. They have different design themes you can plug into and then kind of take it from there, make it longer, taller, wider, deeper, whatever you want, right? So pretty cool stuff. And I believe that sums it right about up for me now. So thanks for tuning in. Good to see everyone, and we'll be back soon. Ciao.